are at stage 4, paragraph page 277.
Mm.
Okay, and our last headword was find plus somebody or something plus adjective, new word type of
Mm.
lesson. Okay, so let's start with revision. Ready? Okay, here
Yes.
we go. First question. Do we use the present perfect to talk about our experiences? Do we use the present perfect to talk about our experiences? Yes,
Yes.
we use the
We
present
use
perfect
the present perfect
to talk about our
to talk about our
experiences.
experiences.
Have you eaten Spanish food? Have you eaten Spanish food? Yes or no?
No,
I haven't eaten
I haven't
Spanish food.
eaten Spanish food.
Have you visited Paris? Have you visited Paris? Yes or no?
Yes,
I have visited Paris.
I have visited Paris.
Have you ever worked on a farm? Have you ever worked on a farm? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've worked on a farm.
I worked on the farm.
Very good. Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the duration of an action up to now? Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the duration of an action up to now? Yes. We also
Yes,
use
we
the
also use
present perfect
present perfect
to talk about the
to talk
duration
about
of an
duration
action up to
or
now.
action and now,
Up to now.
up to now.
Very good. How long have you lived in your town? How long have you lived in your town? I have lived in
I
this
have
town
lived in
for.
this town for 18 years.
Very good. Have you studied English for more than 6 months? Have you studied English for more than 6 months? Yes or no?
Yes,
I have
yes,
studied
I have
English
studied
for
English
more than 6 months.
more than 6 months.
Very good. Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the result now of a past action? Do we also use the present perfect to talk about the result now of a past action? Yes, we also
Yes,
use
we
the
also
present
use
perfect
present perfect
to talk about
to
the
talk
result
about
now
now
of a past action.
the past action.
Very good. Have you eaten too much today? Have you eaten too much today? Yes or no?
I know
I haven't eaten
I haven't
too much
eaten
today.
too much today.
Very good. Has everybody come to the lesson today? Has everybody come to the lesson today? Yes or no?
No,
Not everybody has come.
yeah.
Not everybody
Not
has come
everybody
to the
has come.
lesson today.
Listen today.
Very good. What do too many and too much mean? What do too many and too much mean? Too many and
Too
too
many
much mean
and too much
an
mean
excessive number
an excess
or
number
quantity,
of
and
the quantity.
therefore not a good
Therefore,
thing.
they are not good
Uh,
thing.
Not a good thing. Very
Not a
good.
good. Why too many and too much is are not good things.
Too many, like if you use it like too many food, like I ate too many sweets, so it's not a good thing to eat too many sweets.
Okay.
There's too many people, like too crowded, like that. So
Okay.
sometimes too many and too much are not a good
Too
thing.
much.
But
Okay.
if you have too much money, that's a good thing, right? Okay, very good. Okay, so it depends on the sentence. Okay,
Okay.
next. Do children feel ill if they eat too many sweets? Do children feel ill if they eat too many sweets? Yes,
Yes.
children feel ill
You
if they eat too many sweets.
if they eat too many sweets.
Very good. Do you agree there are too many people in the world with too little food to eat? Do you agree there are too many people in the world with too little food to eat? Yes, I agree.
Yes. I
There are
agree.
too many
There are
people
too
in
many
the world
people in
with
the world
too little food
with
to
too
eat.
little food to eat.
Very good. Are you too short to touch the ceiling? Are you too short to touch the ceiling? Yes or no?
Yes.
I'm too short to
I'm too
touch the
short
ceiling. To
to touch the
touch the ceiling.
ceiling.
Very good. Do you think a millionaire has too much money? Do you think a millionaire has too much money? Yes or no?
Yes.
I think a
I
millionaire
think a
has
millionaire
too much money.
not too much money.
Very good. If people eat too much, do they feel bad? If people eat too much, do they feel bad? Yes.
Yes.
If people
If
eat
people
too
eat too
much,
much,
they feel bad.
they feel bad.
Wait, if you work too much, do you feel tired all the time? If you work too much, do you feel tired all the time? Yes. If I work
Yes.
too
If I
much,
work too
I
much,
feel tired
I
all the
work.
time.
I feel tired all the time.
Very good. Okay. At what age did you begin school? At what age did you begin school? I began
I
school
began
at
school
the age of,
at the age of
like elementary,
uh,
six, seven, six,
7.
seven. Very good. Which do you think is the best age for a person to get married? Which do you think is the best age for a person to get married? I think the
I
best
think the
age
best age
for a person to
or
get
a
married
person to get married
is about
is about 28.
years old.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. Which do you think was the best age in history to live in? Which do you think was the best age in history to live in? I think.
I think
What age?
now
The modern age.
the modern
What
age
is the best age
the
in
best
history
age in
to
history
live in?
to live in.
Wait, do people sometimes marry too young? Do people sometimes marry too young? Yes, people
Yes,
sometimes
people
marry
sometimes
too young.
marry too young.
I married 21. Married again. How much does the average meal cost in the average restaurant in the place where you live? How much does the average meal cost in the average restaurant in the place where you live? The average meal
The
cost
average the meal cost
about
about 2,000 yen
in the average restaurant
in the average restaurant
in the place where
in the
I live.
place where I live.
Very good. What's the average number of hours a day that people work in your country? What's the average number of hours a day that people work in your country? The average
The
number
average
of
the number
hours
of
a
hours
day
a
that
day
people work
people
in
worked
my country is
in my
about
country is about 8 hours.
8 hours. Brigitte, about how many floors has the average building in your street got? About how many floors has the average building in your street got? The average
The
building
average of
in my
building
street
in my
got
street
about
is about three
3 floors.
three floors.
Very good. Okay, next. Is this piece of paper thick? Is this piece of paper thick? No, that
No,
piece of
the
paper
piece of the
isn't
paper
thick.
isn't
It's
thick.
thin.
It's thin.
Is your book thinner than the glass in the window? Is your book thinner than the glass in the window? No, my book
No, my
isn't
book
thinner
isn't
than
thinner.
the glass in the
The
window.
glass in the window.
It's thicker.
It's thicker.
Very good. What words can we use instead of the words large and small? What words can we use instead of the words large and small? We can use
We
the
can use
words big
the word
and little
at little
instead of the
instead of
words
the
large and
word
small.
large and small.
Very good. Do we generally say littler and littlest? Do we generally say littler and littlest? No, we don't generally say. No, we don't
No,
generally
we
say
between say
littler and littlest.
little and littlest.
What do we use instead? What do we use instead? We use
Use
smaller
smaller
and
and
smallest instead.
smallest instead
Very good. Why? Why? Because they're
because
easier to
they're easier
pronounce.
to pronounce.
Very good. Is Switzerland a bigger country than India? Is Switzerland a bigger country than India? No.
No,
Switzerland
because
isn't a bigger
it's
country
a country
than India.
than India.
It's a smaller country
It's smaller
than
country
India.
than India.
Very good. Is that a little room you're in? Is that a little room you're in? Yes or no?
No,
This isn't a little
this
room
isn't
I'm
little
in.
room I'm in.
It's a big room.
It's a big room.
Very good. What's the difference between a purse and a wallet? What's the difference between a purse and a wallet? The difference between
If you do
a purse and a
first
wallet is
wallet,
that women
is that
generally
women
have
when I
purses
have a
and
purses
men
and
generally
men
have
generally
wallets.
have wallets.
Very good. What does a man carry in his wallet? What does a man carry in his wallet? A man
A
carries
man
his
carries
cash and
its cash
cards
and cards
in his wallet.
in this wallet.
Very good. Do you ever lose your money? Do you ever lose your money? Yes or no?
No,
I never lose my
I never
money.
lose my money.
If you lose your way in a large city, what do you do? If you lose your way in a large city, what do you do? If I lose
I
my
lose
way
my way
in
in
a
the
large
large
city,
city.
I ask a
Ask
policeman.
the
And then for me, for
policeman.
me. Okay, which do you think is the worst to lose? Your keys or your purse? Which do you think is worse to lose, your keys or your purse? I think
I
it's
think
worse to
it's
lose
worth
my.
lose my key.
Very good. What's the opposite of the verb to lose? What's the opposite of the verb to lose? The opposite of the
It's,
verb to lose.
it's
One more. The opposite
the opposite
of the verb to
of the verb
lose.
the lose
To lose
to
is to
lose
find.
to find.
Very good. If you find something in the street, that what do you would do with it? If you find something in the street worth a lot of money, what do you do with it? If I find something
I find
in the
something
street
in the
worth
street
a lot of money,
worth a lot of
I
money.
take it to the
I take
police
it
station.
to the police station.
Very good. How do you feel if you lose something and then find it again? How do you feel if you lose something and then find it again? I feel happy
I feel
if
happy
I lose something
if I do
and
something
then find
and
it
then
again.
I find it again.
Very good. Do you find English easy to learn? Do you find English easy to learn? Yes or no?
No,
I don't find
I don't
English
find
easy to
English
learn.
English long
I find it difficult.
difficult.
Very good. Okay. Do you find maps difficult to read? Do you find maps difficult to read? Yes or no? I
Yes,
find maps
I find maps
difficult to read.
difficult to read.
Very good. Okay, so that's the end of our revision. Let's have New York. Okay, repeat. To be angry.
To be empty.
Very good. One more. To be angry.
To be hungry.
Angry, like mad.
Angry,
Angry.
angry, angry. To be
Very good.
angry.
Okay, now let's have the construction make, the word make, plus somebody or something plus adjective. Okay, listen. We use the construction make plus somebody or something plus adjective to talk about how a person or thing changes another. For example, I waited for my sister for an hour. She made me angry. Okay, let's practice. Do you get angry very easily? Do you get angry very easily? Yes or no?
No,
I don't get
I
angry
don't get angry
very
either.
easily.
Very easily.
Oh, that's good news. Very good. Okay. What kind of things make you angry? What kind of things make you angry? The kind of things
The kind
that
of
make me
things which
angry
make angry
are when,
are
let's say,
when
things go wrong,
things go wrong.
when people are making
People
too much
fail me
noise,
to say again, please.
when people are
When
making
people are making
too much noise,
too much noise,
etc.
etc.
Very good. What do you do when you're angry? What do you do when you're angry? When I'm angry,
When I'm angry,
what do you do? I say nothing, keep quiet, or eat
no,
chocolate.
no, 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 no. I
Oh,
don't talk to anymore.
I don't. Okay, one more. When I'm angry, I
When I'm
keep quiet.
angry, I keep quiet.
Very good. Do you feel hungry at the moment? Do you feel hungry at the moment? Yes or no?
No,
I don't feel
I
hungry
don't feel hungry
at the moment.
at the moment.
What do you do when you feel hungry? What do you do when you feel hungry? I eat
I
when
eat
I feel hungry.
when I feel hungry.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Fish.
Fish,
Swim.
drink,
Swimmer.
swimmer,
Swimming pool.
swimming pool.
Very good. Okay, listen. A fish is an animal without legs that lives in the water. The word swim is a verb. For example, fish swim in the sea. A person who swims well is called a swimmer. When we say to swim like a fish, it means to be a strong swimmer. A swimming pool is a noun. For example, we sometimes swim in the sea and sometimes we swim in the swimming pool. Okay, let's practice. Which do you prefer, fish or meat? Which do you prefer, fish or meat? I prefer
I prefer fish
to
to
meat.
meat.
Can you swim? Can you swim? Yes or no?
Yes, I can.
Swim.
I
Yes, I
can
can
swim.
swim. Very good.
Mhm.
What does it mean to swim like a fish? What does it mean to swim like a fish? To swim like a
Like
fish
a fish
means to be
means
a
to
strong
be
swimmer.
strong swimmer.
Very good. Do you prefer swimming in the sea or in the swimming pool? Do you prefer swimming in the sea or in a swimming pool? I
I
prefer
prefer
swimming.
swimming in the swimming pool.
Very good. What do we call the two ends of a swimming pool? What do we call the two ends of a swimming pool? We call the
We
two
call the
ends
ends,
of a
the
swimming
ends
pool
of the swimming pool,
the shallow end
a shallow end
and the deep end.
and the deep end.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Dream, dreamt, dreamt.
Swim. Say again.
What? Dream, dreamt, dreamt.
Dream, drum, drum.
Very good. Nightmare.
Nightmare.
Very good. Okay, listen. So, dream is a verb. It means to have a thoughts or pictures in your sleep. The
Mhm.
three forms of dream are dream, dreamt, and dreamt. We call a bad dream a nightmare. Okay, let's practice. Do you dream very much at night? Do you dream very much at night? Yes or no?
No,
I don't dream
I don't
very
dream
much at night.
very much at night.
What do we call a bad dream? What do we call a bad dream? We call a
We
bad
call a
dream
bad
a
dream
nightmare.
a nightmare.
Very good. What are the three forms of dream? What are the three forms of dream? The three forms
The
of
dream
dream
form of
are
dream.
dream, dream,
A
dream.
dream, dream, dream.
What did you dream about last night? What did you dream about last night? I dreamt about
I dream out my mother
last night.
last night.
Very good. Next repeat. Garden.
Garden.
Very good. Okay, listen. A garden is a noun. It is a piece of land next to a house where there are flowers and other plants. Okay, let's practice. Have you got a garden at home? Have you got a garden at home? Yes or no?
Yes,
I've
yes.
got a garden
Garden,
at home.
garden at home.
Very good. Next, repeat. Refuse.
Refuse.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word refuse is a verb. To refuse means to say no to other people. For example, my sister asked me to help her clean the house. I said no. I refused to help her. Very bad, brother. Let's practice. Do you ever refuse to help other people? Do you ever refuse to help other people? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
yes.
sometimes
I
refuse
sometimes refuse
to help other
to
people.
help other people.
Very good. Next, repeat. Separate.
Separate.
Very good. Okay, listen. Separate is an adjective. It means different. For example, I write my dictations in this book. Okay. I write my dictations in this book and not in this book. Or I can say I write my dictation in a separate book. My parents live in Manila. I live in Cebu. Or the other way. My parents live in Cebu. I live in Manila. I live in a separate place from my parents.
A separate what?
Separate place.
Place. Ah, okay.
Okay. So they live in Cebu. I live here in Manila. So
Mhm.
separate place. Okay. Let's practice. Do you write your dictation in a separate book from your other books? Do you write your dictations in a separate book from your other books? Yes or no? I
Yes.
write my
I
dictations
write my
in a
dictation.
separate book
It's a separate
from
book
my other books.
from my other books.
Where do you live in a separate house from your parents? Do you live in a separate house from your parents? Yes or no?
Yes.
I live
Yes.
in a
I
separate
live in a
house
separate house
from my parents.
from my parents.
Very good. Next, repeat. Lovely.
Lovely.
Very good. Okay, listen. Lovely is an adjective. It means beautiful or pleasant. Lovely.
Mhm.
Okay, for example, my friend is a beautiful girl. Or we can say she's a
Mhm.
lovely girl. I
Mhm.
had a pleasant day yesterday. Or we can say I had a
Mhm.
lovely day yesterday.
Mhm.
Okay, let's practice. Give me some examples of the word lovely. Give me some examples of the word lovely, please. I had a lovely
I had a
holiday
lovely,
last year.
lovely holiday in the next year.
She's a lovely person.
She's a lovely person.
The weather's lovely today.
Weather is lovely today.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Mhm.
Very good. So our reading is at stage 3, paragraph
Mhm.
page 192. Last word was idea. Okay, so we start at page 193. Often, rarely, the other.